Prominent legal expert Fred Rispoli has taken to the X platform to analyze the quiet period of the SEC versus Ripple legal tussle and the potential outcome of this silence. By the way, prominent market analyst Ali Martinez recently called the community attention to a pattern he believes could take XRP to the $1.10 zone, identifying a potential buy opportunity for some investors. However, can this newly discovered pattern guarantee XRP clinching the $1.10 price target? Not only that, will the burning of the company's entire XRP escrow yield the benefits the XRP community anticipates? Finally, endeavor to stay till the end of the video as we will be reviewing the 3 key factors that could send XRP to new all-time high. If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 15th of January. XRP community members have expressed concern about how quiet the ongoing SEC versus Ripple legal tussle has become lately. Since the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York released the schedule order for the remedies phase of the lawsuit in November 2023, there has not been any development, especially from the SEC. As a result, XRP enthusiasts have taken to various social media platforms to voice their concerns regarding the SEC's silence. In a recent X post, pro-XRP lawyer Fred Rispoli suggested that the rationale behind the silence could imply that the parties are playing nice. However, he expressed surprise that the SEC has yet to file any damages-related discovery motion despite the lawsuit's hostility. Rispoli speculates that the SEC could file this motion at least a week before the February 12, 2024 deadline. Examining the potential outcome of this scenario, attorney Rispoli speculated that the SEC could get its desired discovery, paving the way for a settlement. If this scenario does not play out, he forecasted that the securities regulator could drag it out with Ripple throughout the remedies briefing. Following the SEC's mounting losses in court, attorney Rispoli predicts that the regulator could lose most of its remedies-related demands if it goes through this route. Meanwhile, attorney Rispoli pointed out another potential outcome of the SEC's silence in the legal tussle. According to Rispoli, the SEC could quickly move through the remedy stage to enable it to appeal the court's summary judgment decision in the Second Circuit. Recall that the SEC attempted to file an interlocutory appeal shortly after the court issued the summary judgment decision, which gave Ripple a partial victory. However, the court denied the request, ordering the regulator to file its appeal when all pending issues are resolved. With the SEC dropping its charges against Ripple execs last year, the regulator can now appeal sooner. This is because the remedies briefing is the only pending issue in the lawsuit. For context, the remedies briefing stage is scheduled to end on April 29, 2024, with a ruling expected to be issued by early summer. Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Martinez made some disclosures in 2 separate reports on X. In one of these reports, the market veteran highlighted a pattern that has persistently governed XRP's price movements since June 2022, when XRP changed hands between 29 cents and 42 cents. According to Martinez, this pattern is an ascending parallel channel, and it has continued to dictate XRP's price direction for over 18 months. An ascending parallel channel typically features 2 parallel trend lines sloping upward. The pattern indicates a gradual but consistent uptrend. Notably, in this pattern, the upper trend line acts as a resistance level, hedging against any break above the channel. In addition, the lower trend line represents a support level, defending against any breach below the channel. XRP has traded within this channel since June 2022, having failed to break upward or downward. While the token might appear to be in a cagey situation to some proponents, the upward direction of the channel is a bullish indicator that XRP's price has continued to move up, albeit gradually. Interestingly, in November 2023, XRP aimed to breach the middle boundary of the channel when it spiked to a high of 74 cents on November 13th. Recall that this spike was triggered by reports of a fake BlackRock iShares XRP ETF. When the community discovered the product was fake, XRP eventually collapsed. This collapse has gradually persisted into the new year when viewed from a wider perspective. As a result, XRP has dropped to the channel's lower trend line. Notably, further drops at this point could breach the lower trend line, leading to panic and sustained selling pressure. However, Martinez holds some bullish sentiments. The analyst confirmed that XRP could recover from this slump to hit the middle or lower boundary of the channel if the current pattern continues. If XRP stages a recovery and hits the middle boundary of the channel, it would reclaim the 80 cents price level. XRP has not seen this price since it dropped from the 93 cents high in July 2023. Moreover, should XRP rise further to the upper trend line, it would soar to the 31-month high of $1.10. Meanwhile, the recent drop to the lower boundary of the channel, partly triggered by the broader market's collapse, has dealt a blow to investor sentiment. According to Ali Martinez, data from Sentiment confirms that XRP's weighted market sentiment has collapsed to -0.884. This figure, representing a major bearish outlook, was last recorded last May when XRP traded between 41 cents and 52 cents. Amid the bearish atmosphere, Martinez addressed contrarian investors. These are individuals who take positions that are opposite the prevailing market sentiment. The analyst identified the current position as a potential opportunity for these investors to leverage. XRP trades for 56 cents, down 1.25% today and 7.29% this month. 24-hour trade volume has also depleted by 19.7%. Well, that's not all. Schwartz made a remark while responding to questions from the XRP community about how Ripple manages its XRP holdings. Several XRP holders have raised concerns about Ripple's escrowed XRP tokens, with some even suggesting that the monthly releases put pressure on the token. A community member with the X pseudonym GPD Burn the Escrow recently raised this issue while responding to a disclosure from Mr. Huber, an on-chain sleuth. He expressed concerns about whether Ripple's main focus was consistently selling XRP. In response, Schwartz explained that Ripple could either maintain their current XRP holdings or actively reduce them. According to the Ripple CTO, there is no third option, and the company's initial plan from its establishment was to decrease its XRP bag swiftly. The community member, whose pseudonym indicates he advocates for incineration of the escrowed tokens, asked Schwartz if the idea of burning the tokens was not to be considered as an option. Replying to this proposition, Schwartz expressed skepticism about its feasibility and questioned the actual benefits it might bring. "I can't think of any set of events that would lead that to happen that's even remotely probable. I also don't think it would have any real benefits," he said. Upon Schwartz's disclosure, another community member shared concerns about XRP holders potentially facing challenges for an extended period until the escrow is depleted. Schwartz countered this viewpoint by referencing past arguments in 2018. He called attention to the fact that most proponents argued back then that reducing the token's supply would not drastically impact its market cap but rather help bolster price upswings. Notably, Stellar, a project similar to the XRP ledger and founded by Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb, initially had a supply of 100 billion tokens. Concerns emerged about the extensive nature of the asset's supply. The Stellar Development Foundation burned 55 billion tokens, $5.5 billion, in November 2019. In response, the price of XLM only rallied by a meager rate to 9 cents and then immediately dumped, closing November 2019 with a surprising 12% decline. Schwartz called attention to this event, arguing that the Stellar burn proved that the narrative of burns bolstering prices was nonsense. The Ripple CTO aimed to provide a more detailed analysis but restrained himself due to potential inaccuracies and legal constraints. Schwartz encouraged community members to use their imagination to understand the tokenomics of XRP. GPD Burn the Escrow acknowledged and appreciated Schwartz's engagement with the community but lamented a sense of pessimism within the XRP community. Schwartz responded by sharing two enduring beliefs. Firstly, prices are generally rational, with expectations already factored into the value. Secondly, he noted that any radical change that is not clearly beneficial is likely viewed negatively by the market. Now to our big question for the day. What are the three possible key factors that can trigger XRP's price to a new all-time high? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. In a recent podcast, financial expert Linda Jones discussed the intricacies surrounding XRP's price movements. Jones noted that she remains optimistic about the asset's future outlook despite the prevailing frustration in the crypto community regarding XRP's lackluster performance. To give holders hope, the Wall Street financial analyst conveyed crucial factors she believes would pivot XRP to new bullish territories. Here are 3 factors that can send XRP to new highs. Anticipation of crypto legislation. Jones stressed the importance of impending U.S. crypto legislation in the future valuation of XRP. She acknowledged that it might not materialize until 2025. Yet, Jones suggested that XRP could experience a surge even before legislative frameworks are established. Besides, Jones argued that the coming of U.S. legislation could end the era of meme-themed coins, potentially propelling the appeal of utility-based projects like XRP. Institutional adoption. According to the financial expert, we're going to see XRP's price rise with institutional adoption. Meanwhile, she acknowledged that significant institutional involvement may be contingent on legislative developments. Yet, she highlighted that some institutions, including family offices and private wealth entities, have already entered the crypto space. Moreover, Jones cited projections that estimate the crypto market could reach a staggering $100 trillion by 2030. Factors expected to see the daring valuation come to fruition include tokenization and the influx of institutional and retail money. In a scenario where the crypto market reaches $100 trillion, XRP is poised to command a significant portion of the market share, given its position as one of the most valuable crypto projects. Bitcoin halving cycle. The last point Jones highlighted was the Bitcoin halving, which is 4 months away. Throughout history, Bitcoin halvings have consistently set the stage for Bitcoin and the broader crypto market to achieve record-breaking all-time highs. Notably, this event is characterized by a decrease in Bitcoin rewards, leading to a subsequent scarcity in circulation. With XRP's value at $0.5696 at the time of reporting, it remains to be seen what its future value would be with the projected events coming to fruition. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments section. Make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.